How's it going, guys? My name is Josh, and welcome to the second episode of the basics of strength and muscle building, where I teach you how to build strength and muscle, all backed up by the scientific literature. Today's topic, what I want to talk about is progressive overload. So when you go to the gym and you see the same person every single year and they look exactly the same, they're pretty much not making any progress. And a lot of beginners especially, I know me personally, when I first started, I had a big trouble in making gains just because I wasn't pretty much challenging myself in the gym. A lot of the times I was just chasing for the pump and I didn't really understand progressive overload. If you guys don't know, muscle, the way it's built is through adaptation. So pretty much you provide a stimulus to the muscle, and due to that, based off of the kind of stimulus that you provide to the muscle, it's gonna adapt by growing bigger and stronger so it can be able to handle that stimulus again. Let's backtrack a little bit. So what is progressive overload? Progressive overload is a gradual increase in stress placed upon the muscle over time in order for it to adapt and grow. So let's first talk about volume. Volume is pretty much reps times sets times weight. So many studies have shown that increases in volume is highly correlated with increases in strength and size. If you're not increasing volume over time, then you're not going to be making any muscle gains. Studies have shown that even if you're training relatively heavy or light, maybe training around 75% of your 1 rep max versus 80 or 90% of your 1 rep max, when volume is equated, you make the same amount of increases in muscle, just that people who train on the heavier end tend to build more strength compared to the people who are training on the lighter end. But either way, when volume is equated, you still build the same amount of muscle. So today I want to talk about 3 simple strategies on how to accumulate volume over time. These 3 strategies, it's not black and white, it's not cut and dry. It's not the end all be all of building muscle and accumulating volume. But these 3 methods are a great way to build strength and size over time for beginners. I know a lot of beginners, they really don't know where to start. So with these 3 strategies, it's a good way to get your foot in the door in making gains. So the first strategy I want to talk about is linear increases in load. So if you look at the graph I put up here, you see for the first session you do 5 sets of 5 with 100 pounds. This can be any exercise, the squat, the bench, the deadlift, but mainly the compound movements, okay? If you haven't seen my video on compound movements, I'm gonna put a link down below explaining to you pretty much what compound movements are, but these methods should be applied on compound movements. You can also apply it to isolation movements, but it'll work best on compound movements, especially if you're a beginner. So the first session you do 5 sets of 5 with 100 pounds. And what you're gonna do second session, 5 sets of 5 again, but you're gonna add anywhere 5 to 10 pounds. So you could do 105 pounds. Third session, again, you increase to 110 pounds and so forth. So the only thing that's increasing over time or session to session is the load. Obviously, this is not sustainable over a long period of time, but it's really good to start progressing in the gym. So what I'd recommend you do is once you reach a plateau, like you get to the point where you can't get all the reps for each set, I recommend you stay at that weight until you're able to get all the reps in the sets with that fixed weight. Once you're able to get it, increase 5 pounds and then start again 5 sets of 5 and try to do as many sets as you can with the heavier load. Pretend you fail at your 3rd set. You do 2 sets of 5, but on your 3rd set you're only able to get maybe 4 reps. What you do is decrease the load by 5 pounds, right? And then finish the remaining sets that you have left. So you do 2 sets of 5 reps with the lighter weight. Then the following week, try to do as many sets as you can with the heavier load. Once you're able to do all 5 sets of 5 with the heavier weight, then add 5 to 10 pounds and then repeat the whole process. Do as many sets as you can with the heavier weight. If you fail on any of the sets in between, decrease the load and finish the remaining sets. All right, method number 2, linear increases in reps. So what this is that from session to session, you're increasing the amount of reps you do per set. So the amount of sets stays fixed and the load stays fixed. So if you look at my diagram right here, first session, you do 5 sets of 5 with 100 pounds. Second session, you do 5 sets of 6 with 100 pounds. Third session, 5 sets of 7 with 100 pounds, and so forth. What I recommend people to do in order to continue progressing is once you're able to reach 5 sets of 10 with a fixed weight, what you're gonna do is then the following session, increase the weight by anywhere 5 to 15 pounds, right? Depending how you feel. And then go back down to 5 sets of 5 and repeat the cycle. Strategy number 3, increases in sets. So by this point, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, from session to session, you're increasing the amount of sets you do per session, but the load and the reps stays fixed. Session number 1, you do 3 sets of 5 with 100 pounds. Following session, you do 4 sets of 5, and so forth. You know, next session, 5 sets of 5. And what I'd recommend, the way to progress with these, once you reach maybe 5 sets of 5, increase the load and then go back down to 3 sets of 5 and continue the cycle. So guys, if you want to read up a little bit more in depth on progressive overload and how it correlates to building muscle, I'll put a link down below to my latest blog where I talk about this topic. And also I put some citations where all the research based off everything that I was talking about is cited. So you can click those links and check out those research papers in my blog post if you're interested on reading the literature on it. So again guys, thanks for watching. If you really enjoyed these videos and found it informative, I'd appreciate it if you give it a like. And share with your friends. If you're looking to help other people progress and you feel like other people will find this helpful, feel free to share. You know, it would motivate me to continue making these videos for you guys. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and stay well. Peace.